Hello everyone, a very warm welcome again to each one of you for the virtual session of chemistry children. I hope you all are doing very well and I'm very much hopeful you all are maintaining your notebook. So please do make right points in your notebook, do write whatever points discussed in the video sessions children. So let us continue with the chapter periodic classification of elements. In the previous Zoom session we have discussed the earlier attempt of the classification of elements. We have discussed Dobrynius triad, we have seen the demerits of the triads, we have seen the Newland's octave law, and we have seen the demerits of the law also, and then we have to see many more laws were made later. In this session we are going to continue with the same and how the classification advances and how we progress to get a modern periodic table as we have now. So let us begin with the session periodic classification of elements. In this session we are going to learn Mendeleev's periodic law, that means Mendeleev periodic table, what exactly he has contributed in the field of classification of elements. Let us see first of all the statement of periodic law given by Mendeleev. So you have to write down all these points in your notebook children. Please do write. Mendeleev's periodic law states that the properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic masses. So you have to write this statement. This is the law given by Mendeleev. What he had observed, that the properties of the elements follows some periodic function, that means it will repeat after regular interval of some elements and the properties will be the same. So that was observed and this was based on atomic masses. Please underline, it was again based on atomic masses. Till now, till Mendeleev periodic law, the classification was based on atomic masses. So please take down the law over here children, what he has stated. I hope you are writing there. So now let us see the periodic table given by Mendeleev over here. As you can see, 8 vertical columns and 7 horizontal rows given by Mendeleev, and this is how he has tried to classify the elements that time. And as you can see, the column 1, that means the group 1 has divided into subgroup A and B. Similarly, group 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you can see all are divided into subgroups A and B. Then he had given a separate column, group 8, for transition series. Those are transition elements because they shows variable oxidation state, or the electron can be excited very easily. Those are called as transition elements. So this is how he had made the group. You need not learn the table entirely, but you need to know the basic skeleton of the table given by Mendeleev. So this is the basic skeleton was given by Mendeleev, where you have 8 vertical columns and 7 horizontal rows, and this is how the classification was given. You can just make the outline and you can show the groups 1 to 8, and then you can show transition series, and group 1 to 7 divided into subgroup A and B. So let us see the features of Mendeleev periodic table, and then we will see the merits and the demerits of Mendeleev periodic table. So here we have features of Mendeleev periodic table. The 12 horizontal rows which were condensed to 7 known as periods. So those horizontal rows were condensed and into 7 horizontal rows, and horizontal rows are always called as periods. So please make a note of that. When you go across, that is period, that means you are going across horizontally, that is periods. Then 8 vertical columns known as groups. So when you go down the group, that is vertical column. So when you talk about periods, we always talk across, and when you talk about the groups, we always speak in terms of going down the group when you talk about the periodic table. So group 1 to 7 subdivided into A and B subgroups. and group 8 doesn't have any subgroups and contain 3 elements in each row. As you can see, in each row he has given 3 elements grouped together. So this was the way he has classified the elements, and elements in the same group exhibit similar properties. So here you have group 1 will exhibit, all the elements belonging to group 1 will exhibit the similar properties. Group 2 elements will show similar properties. Group 3 elements will show similar properties. So this is how he had done the classification based on the atomic masses. I hope the features of Mendeleev periodic table is clear. Please write it down in your notebook, children. All these are very important points. So then achievement, that means merits of Mendeleev periodic table. So these are the achievement or the merits of Mendeleev periodic table. First of all, a systematic study of elements. Elements with similar properties were grouped together, that made the study of their chemical and physical properties easier. So this was the first time a systematic study of the elements were done and a table was made, and that made the study of their chemical and physical properties easier. So we can easily learn their physical and chemical properties. Second achievement was correction of the atomic masses. Some of the atomic masses which were calculated earlier had some error. So Mendeleev periodic table had helped in calculating the accurate value of the atomic masses. Placement of elements in Mendeleev periodic table help in correcting the atomic masses of certain elements. For example, the atomic mass of beryllium was corrected from 13.5 to 9, because the properties were, when you do some test with the beryllium, the properties shows by some experimental values, the property was predicted with the help of the Mendeleev periodic table, and the correct atomic mass was known. So it was corrected from 13.9 to 9. Similarly, atomic mass of indium, gold, platinum, etc. were also corrected. So this was the one of the good achievement from Mendeleev periodic table, because there you can predict the properties, and by some experimental values you calculate the accurate value of the elements which we have discussed just now, where the correction was done. I hope you are taking all these points in your notebook. Then predictions of properties of yet to be discovered elements. So the elements which were not discovered that time, there were some predictions done in Mendeleev periodic table. So that was one of the achievement, because he had anticipated some of the elements which will be discovered later will find a place in the Mendeleev periodic table. That was Eka boron, Eka aluminium and Eka silicon were the names given to yet to be discovered elements. So the properties of these elements could be predicted accurately from the elements that belong to the same group. These elements, when discovered, were named scandium, gallium and germanium respectively. So Eka boron was named later, when discovered was known as scandium. The name was given scandium. Then Eka aluminium was given a name gallium, and Eka silicon was given a name germanium. So yet to be predicted elements were anticipated with the help of Mendeleev periodic table. That was one of the achievements. Placement of noble gases. When discovered, they were placed easily in a new group called zero group. So one additional group can be added at the end of the table, that becomes a zero group. After the 8th group, you add one more column, that becomes a group for the noble gases and which were discovered later. And they can find a place easily in the table, that is called a zero group of Mendeleev's table, without disturbing the existing order. So this was some of the achievement of the Mendeleev periodic table. Limitations of Mendeleev periodic table. So you have seen what are the achievements or what were the merits. Now we will see the demerits or the limitations of Mendeleev periodic table. So first thing, position of hydrogen. Hydrogen resemble both the alkali metals and the halogens. So in the subgroup 1A, hydrogen resemble the alkali metal. Alkali metals like sodium, lithium and all. And the halogens, that means chlorine, bromine and iodine, that means 7th A in properties. So hydrogen was resembling in their properties with this metals and the halogen. So Mendeleev could not justify his position. So the position given by Mendeleev in the Mendeleev periodic table had some controversy, that the position is not correct because hydrogen, the properties which was shown by hydrogen resemble the properties of alkali metals and the halogens. Position of isotopes. Atomic weight of isotopes differ, as you all know. That means the atomic mass of the isotopes differ. Like you have protium, deuterium and tritium, the isotopes of hydrogen. So the atomic mass of protium 1, deuterium 2, tritium 3. So what happened to those isotopes? But they were not placed in different position in Mendeleev periodic table. That was the biggest drawback, because the periodic table was based on atomic masses. So when you are taking into consideration, or you are taking a criteria of atomic masses, then isotope should find a place or position in the Mendeleev periodic table, which Mendeleev was not able to give the position for the isotopes. Like you have isotopes for chlorine, 1735 and 1737. That means atomic number 37, atomic number 17, and atomic mass 35 and atomic mass 37. So there are two isotopes of chlorine where atomic numbers remain the same, that is 17, but the atomic masses differ, that is isotopes. So Mendeleev was not able to give position to the isotopes. Next, anomalous pairs of elements. There was some anomalous position given which was not correct. Cobalt has high atomic weight but was placed before nickel in the periodic table. Since it was stated that the atomic masses was arranged in the increasing order, but this shows contradiction, where cobalt has a higher atomic mass or higher atomic weight was placed before nickel in the periodic table. If you see the periodic table, Mendeleev periodic table, you can easily make out this was one of the biggest drawback. I hope the limitations of Mendeleev periodic table is clear and you are writing all these points in your notebook. Placement of like elements in different groups. So platinum and gold have similar properties but were placed in different groups. This was one of the limitation of the Mendeleev periodic table. Then cause of periodicity. He could not explain the cause of periodicity among the elements. That means he was not able to explain why the trend was shown by the elements, why the properties was repeated after certain regular interval of the elements as you go ahead with the atomic masses. So that periodicity, the repetition of the properties after arranging the elements in increasing order of the atomic mass, the property repeats after certain interval of the elements. This was not explained by Mendeleev. That is periodicity. What causes periodicity was not explained by Mendeleev. So this was one of the biggest drawback. I hope this is very clear with you all children. So here we come to an end of the session. We have completed Mendeleev periodic table. Please make a skeleton of the Mendeleev periodic table in your notebook. So when you are writing the features, the merits and the demerits, all that concept will be very clear when you go back and check for the Mendeleev periodic table. Thank you children and have a wonderful day.